The United States has watched its economy fall apart in the past year. Every news organization, from major corporate media to small-scale publications, has daily material concerning the fate of America's fortune. We have all heard about the obvious problems, and we have even heard some guise references to solutions, but the underlying fundamentals remain unchanged. Foremost, we have yet to address, or even attempt to address, the fact that our system of international trade has gutted this economy. A few years ago, Princeton economist Alan Blinder estimated that the U.S. would lose 30 to 40 million jobs due to outsourcing and offshoring in the next decade. Since the financial decline began in early 2008, millions of Americans have been put out of work. Millions more can expect to have their jobs cut in 2009, and hundreds of thousands of these job opportunities have already shipped overseas. We are watching an escalating trend which could very easily fulfill Blinder's projections. If the estimated 30 to 40 million jobs really are lost in this country, it would represent perhaps 1/5 or more of the overall workforce. The United States cannot continue to float aimlessly into international trade. No other nation in the world approaches interstate commerce without a clearly devised plan. Why should the United States be any different? We do not go into diplomatic negotiations or military commitments without knowing what exactly we hope to achieve. We would never consider sitting down at a United Nations summit without policy goals in mind. Why is our approach to global trade so different? Former U.S. Senator Ernest Hollings has watched the U.S. government kill its own economic and trade policy agendas for nearly 50 years. During his 4 decades of service in the Senate, he watched countless measures meant to protect this economy get shot down by presidential vetoes from both political parties. Why did this happen? It happened because all politicians who hope to remain in office need to maintain a core constituency of wealthy business leaders, not normal, hardworking Americans. And those business leaders favor the free trade status quo. In its current format, free trade allows executives to sell out their companies to overseas pseudo-partnerships, cash in a fat bonus for the transaction, and wash their hands of their former company and employees. Our lack of executive regulation has allowed people like Richard Fuld of Lehman Brothers or Rick Wagner of General Motors to oversee the complete collapse of their firms and still walk away with millions in compensation. Wagner was recently forced out of his position by the White House, and he had to be force-fed a paltry $20 million severance package from the completely indebted automaker. These men aren't even the worst culprits. All they did was steal tens of millions over the course of a decade or so. Some CEOs are able to make off with that type of fortune every year. For instance, after happily leading former financial titan Merrill Lynch into its grave, former CEO John Thain walked away with $83 million, roughly equivalent to Rick Wagner's career earnings, and he made that much in 2007 alone. After raising millions of dollars on the campaign trail, Barack Obama has backed down from many of his strong stances against international trade. And though he was more than happy to berate American auto executives and the leaders of defunct companies, he has not taken the stand against the people who are still hurting this economy. These people seek free trade for their own gains and have given generously to all political parties in order to make sure that their demands are met. If we hope to ever break the grip of business and politics, we need to take money out of the equation. Our leaders need to spend less time stumping for donations and more time working on policy. On behalf of concerned citizens, I'm Craig Harrington. For more on this and other related topics, please log on to economyincrisis.org.
Wake up, America! We have lost whole industries. Electronics, automobiles, and steel are just a few of these. Wake up, America! The challenge must be faced. It costs more than $2 billion for every day we waste. Wake up, America! We have to subsidize our research and development and reindustrialize. Wake up, America! Open up your eyes. Wake up, America! Wake up!
Produced by economyincrisis.org.